In a small town, nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, lived a young carpenter named Ethan. His hands were calloused but skilled, capable of turning rough-hewn timber into pieces of art. Ethan's workshop was his sanctuary, a place where the scent of pine and cedar filled the air. He was proud, fiercely independent, and believed that true craftsmanship was a solitary pursuit. He'd spend countless hours alone, planing, sanding, and joining wood with a precision that was the envy of many. He saw asking for help as a sign of weakness, a crack in the veneer of his self-reliance. One spring, a fierce storm tore through the town, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The old community hall, a building that had stood for generations and held the town's collective memories, was badly damaged. Its grand oak doors were splintered, and a section of the ornate roof had collapsed. The town council announced that the hall needed to be repaired before the annual Founders' Day festival, a deadline that seemed impossibly close. Ethan saw this as his moment to shine. He imagined himself single-handedly restoring the hall, his name being spoken with reverence for years to come. He'd show everyone the full extent of his skill. He presented a detailed plan to the council and, brimming with confidence, declared he could do the job alone. Impressed by his ambition, they agreed. The first few weeks were a flurry of activity. Ethan worked from sunrise to sunset, his solitary hammer echoing through the empty hall. He replaced damaged beams and meticulously repaired the intricate woodwork around the windows. But the scale of the project was immense. The great oak doors required more than 2 hands to lift, and the complex joinery of the roof trusses was a puzzle he couldn't solve alone. Fatigue began to set in, and for the first time, doubt crept into his mind like a persistent woodworm. The festival was drawing nearer, and the hall was far from ready. One evening, as Ethan sat dejected amidst a pile of uncut timber, the town's elderly blacksmith, Samuel, walked in. He didn't offer criticism or advice. He simply picked up a heavy beam and said, "Where does this go, son?" Surprised, Ethan pointed to a gap in the framing. Together, they hoisted the beam into place. The next day, Maria, the weaver, whose shop was next door, came by with a hot meal and stayed to help sand the newly installed floorboards. Soon, others followed. The farmer, the baker, the schoolteacher each came with their own skills, offering their time and energy. Ethan was initially resistant, his pride still smarting. But as he watched his neighbors work together, laughing and sharing stories, he felt a warmth he had never experienced in his solitary workshop. He saw Samuel forge new iron hinges with a strength his own arms lacked. He watched Maria and a team of volunteers polish the wood to a gleam he couldn't have achieved alone. He wasn't just directing a workforce, he was part of a living, breathing community. He started teaching the younger volunteers how to make clean cuts, and in return, he learned from Samuel about the timeless strength of iron. The day before the festival, the final piece of the roof was secured, and the magnificent oaked doors were hung. The community hall was not just restored, it was reborn more beautiful than ever. Every joint, every polished surface, and every new nail held a story of shared effort. That evening, as the whole town gathered in the revitalized hall, the mayor called Ethan to the front. They didn't praise his solitary genius. Instead, they celebrated the spirit of the town. Looking out at the crowd of smiling faces, Ethan finally understood. His hands had helped shape the wood, but it was the hands of the community that had built a masterpiece. True strength wasn't found in isolation, but in the bonds we forged together. It wasn't about being the strongest individual, but about being part of something stronger than yourself. And in that shared accomplishment, Ethan found a sense of fulfillment far greater than any he had ever known alone. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that celebrates the power of community.